Las Vegas Raiders running back Zamir White is one of 42 rookies being hyped by the NFL. Good Morning Football is also hyping Derek Carr, Foster Moreau and Hunter Renfrow, and Denzel Perryman roll through to Bakersfield, and KJ Wright defends his Raiders on NFL Network. All of this and more will be talked about on the Raiders Rundown today, so make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Raiders have a high no-show rate at Allegiant Stadium. Don't let that stadium be empty. Save $20 with SeatGeek with promo code WiFiWillie. The link is in the pinned comment below. Use SeatGeek for all tickets, including Raiders tickets, and save $20. Let's get right into it. Zamir White was flexing hard, looking tough in that group photo at the NFLPA Rookie Premiere. Zamir White was one of 42 players invited to the NFL Rookie Premiere. Now, what is this? In short, how I could break it down and summarize it for you guys, it's basically an event that's held every year, but it hasn't been held lately due to the pandemic, and it really is a good way to hype up rookie players. The NFL and the people who make the NFL cards that have autographs, the trading cards, actually choose certain rookies who they believe will make a splash in the NFL, and Zamir White was one of these rookies. It is kind of biased. It skews towards offensive skill position players. It's mainly quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers. There are no offensive linemen in this event. That's kind of messed up in my opinion. There are a few defensive players, to be fair. Got some edge rushers, like Thibodeau and stuff like that. But for the most part, skill position players who the NFL believes, and the company that does make these trading cards, Panini Reps, it's the players who they think are going to make a splash and that a lot of people are going to want to pay big money for their autographs. So hey, Zamir White is one of these guys, and I like the fact that he looks determined. He looks tough. That's part of the reason why Josh McDaniels likes this guy. He's been through tons of adversity in his career. I can go on and on, from his grandma's trailer being burned at a young age, dealing with injuries in college football. Really, this guy's life is intense, and I wish him the best, and I'm so stoked that he's a Raider this year. Bryan is no longer a Raider, but he gave a shout out to Raider Nation before he left, and that's awesome. He's not salty. Maybe he's upset with the organization. Obviously, he wants an opportunity, but I like the fact that he went out of his way on Twitter to thank Raider Nation, show some love, and so show some love for Bryan Edwards, man. He's in the NFC. Still root for this guy. He's a draft pick by us, and really, I truly believe injuries held him back. I know there's a couple key drops that looked really nasty last year, but hey, I wish him the best teaming up with Marcus Mariota and the Atlanta Falcons. And by the way, Casey Hayward's there as well. Foster Moreau, Hunter Renfrow, and Denzel Perryman rolled through to Baco. Went to Bakersfield today, hanging out with Raider Nation for a pretty cool event.
Get this season started off right here in Bakersfield and get one of the Super Bowls. Let's go.
Summer kickoff 2022. It was at Bakersfield Stramler Park. Live performances, a lot of special guests, and a lot of fun stuff. Great to see them go out there, hang out with the community, and hang out with the Valley, man. And in particular, somebody who they hung out with was Derek Carr. Derek Carr is still a high school football coach in Bakersfield, able to get Foster Moreau and Hunter Renfrow out there, which is pretty impressive. Man, these kids look stoked. These kids gotta be stoked to learn some skills from premier NFL talent like Renfrow and Moreau. Shout out to Derek Carr, trying to make this thing happen, trying to get this thing organized, and really give a special experience to these kids, man. I mean, it's rare that that thing would happen. It's not all the time that your high school football coach is going to be connected to the NFL like this and connected to the Las Vegas Raiders. So I thought that was nice. Wanted to share that little thing with you guys, and shout out to both those players showing some love for the Central Valley and community out here. Derek Carr has been getting a lot of hype in the media. We saw Cowherd on his show say that Derek Carr is going to make the Hall of Fame at some point in his career eventually, and basically went on and on about how Derek Carr has persevered through all the chaos and whatnot. My only problem with Cowherd is he doesn't put his money where his mouth is. He wants to praise Derek Carr, but he also wants to rank him below Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes, and he calls Derek Carr the worst QB in the division, yet he tries to sing his praises and get clicks and make a lot of money off of being pro Derek Carr. Yar yar, I love Derek Carr. He's battled through the adversity. Look, I'm the real Carr stan. I'm willing to say I think Derek Carr is going to prove this year that he is better than Patrick Mahomes. That's how nuts of a Carr stan I am. Cowherd, I think he's capping. He wants to have his cake and eat it too, is what Cowherd wants to do. But not only has he been hyping up Derek Carr, you saw Good Morning Football today. No longer with Kay Adams. Kay Adams was a great host, no longer a part of Good Morning Football, so that's a sad day for some Raider fans. However, Good Morning Football was hyping up Derek Carr. Dark Horse MVP candidates, Derek Carr was named this guy, and I think this is legit, man. He could be the person that really just comes out of nowhere and storms the league and has has a career year. I really do believe so. The one stat he needs to increase is touchdowns, and I think Davante Adams will do that for him. Now, if you want to learn more about Davante Adams and Derek Carr and their history, check out the latest film we made. We made a mother effing short film on Derek Carr and Davante Adams' history at Fresno State. It also included some beautiful nuggets of David Carr's history at Fresno State. It's a very intense, dramatic film. Not gonna lie, I broke down watching it after watching it a couple times. I want you guys to check that out. Link is in the pinned comment as well. Damian Lillard is also hyping up Derek Carr. Now, he's always been a Raiders fan. We know this, but he said on Twitter today, "In DC we trust," with Davante Adams out here. It is different now, and I believe we are going to see a different Derek Carr. And really, like I said earlier, it's the red zone issues and it's the lack of touchdowns. What better remedy for that than a great offensive weapon? The only concern really is the offensive line. That's what's not different. What's not different, Damian Lillard, is the fact that the offensive line, for what we know, for on paper, the offensive line is still trash outside of Colton Miller. On paper, I have a lot of faith in these guys. I got a lot of faith in John Simpson, who's really pissed off about being doubted, by beat reporters and stuff like that. He spoke out about this on Twitter the other day. I still have some faith in Andre James. I think his relationship with Colton Miller will pay dividends in the future. Denzel Good, hopefully he could bounce back, and Alex Leatherwood at tackle, unless they move him to guard and roll with Brandon Parker again at right tackle. But that's my problem with the offensive line right now, is the fact that it's the same offensive line as last year, besides Dylan Parham. Basically, it's the same exact thing. Let's see if it works out. KJ Wright is still a believer in the Raiders, and I really like the fact that this guy is now on television as an analyst. I think KJ Wright is a bright individual. I love the comments he made right after Gruden was canceled. He had great things to say.
You think that John Gruden should be welcomed back into the NFL?
Yeah, we all fall short. We all say stupid stuff. We all mess up. And should he be canceled forever because of this? I don't think so.
You could check out that video on my channel as well. The link will be in the pinned comment. And he's not going to go with the mainstream media narrative and just praise all these other teams in the division, because he's seen what the locker room's like. He's seen who Derek Carr is. He's been there behind the scenes with the Raiders just last year, and he's going out there and he's batting for this team. And look,
who's number one? It's going to be the Las Vegas Raiders. That's why I have as number one. And when you look at the offseason they put together,
he has no reason to bat for this team still. He was signed on a one-year deal last year. John Gruden helped convince him to join this team, so he has no allegiance to this current GM, to this current coaching staff of the Raiders, and he has no allegiance to this team per se, but still he apparently does internally, because he's going out there on television batting for our team and saying, hey, look, this is the best team in the AFC West. This is the team you got to be scared of, because they got great chemistry and they keep loading up more weapons, and Josh McDaniels is a great offensive-minded coach, and that's exactly what they need to be successful in the AFC West. And the thing I like the most that KJ Wright said is the fact that the Chiefs lost Tyreek Hill, and the media seems to not talk about that. They talked about it for a few weeks after the trade happened to the Dolphins, but the fact that the Chiefs don't have Tyreek Hill, you can't tell me we're not going to see a worse Patrick Mahomes. That's absolutely ridiculous. Look, I've been watching Tyreek Hill as long as many Chiefs fans have, because I'm in the AFC West. I got to watch Chiefs games. I got to watch the Raiders play the Chiefs twice a year. This guy straight destroys teams and destroys the Raiders every single year, and he's no longer there. Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Juju Smith-Schuster is not enough. Honestly, the Chiefs need all the help they can get. They might as well go ahead and send Jackson Mahomes out there. There's going to be a lot to look forward in the coming months. We'll be breaking down everything that happens, giving you some updates on this channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Help build this channel. This is WiFiWillie of the Raiders Rundown. Peace out, and we hope you have a good one.